everyone, my name is Chanlar. Today I would like to talk about past continuous tense. This is an English grammar lesson about the past continuous tense. This video looks at the subject and its three types such as positive sentence, negative sentence, and question sentence. We generally use the past continuous tense to talk about action and start in progress happening around a particular time in the past. This is form of past continuous tense. Subject past was were plus verb ing plus complement. I, he, she, is followers. You, we, they, follower. Let's look at some example. At 6 o'clock, I was eating dinner. He was drinking coffee at coffee shop. You were shopping in this market last week. I was doing well. He was doing a great job. Now, I would like to talk about past continuous positive sentence. This is session we will look at how to form the past continuous tense in the positive sentence, negative sentence, and question sentence form. I include and many examples to help make everything very clear. To form the past continuous, we use was were form of the verb to be plus the infinitive of the verb plus and ing adding. This is form of positive sentence. Subject plus was were plus verb ing plus complement. I, he, she, is followers. You, we, they, follower. Let's look at some example. I was studying all day. I was cooking at 7 p.m. She was working at 10 p.m. last night. They were waiting for the bus at 9 a.m. It was running on Monday. We were having dinner when it starts to rain. Next, I would like to talk about negative sentence. This is a structure of negative sentence. Subject plus was were plus not plus verb ing plus complement. I, he, she, is followers. You, we, they, follower. Let's look at some example. He was not watching TV. They were not studying for the last. I was not working in the bookshop last summer. They were not watching TV all day when they were young. You were not doing your homework. Finally, I would like to talk about question sentence. This is form of question sentence. W has question plus was were plus subject plus verb ing. Let's look at some example. Where was he going? Where were they flying to? Why was the bus running late? What was your dog eating? Thank you for your listening. I had an example of video this to teach about how to use past continuous tense. Start look at.
Welcome to English Grammar Sports. This tutorial is about the past continuous. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to form a past continuous and when to use a past continuous. But before we get started, it's good to know how to conjugate the verb to be in its past tense. For the singular forms, I was, you were, he was, she was, it was. And for the plural forms, we were, you were, they were. It's also good to know that when I say a vowel, I mean an A, an E, an I, an O, or a U. The consonants are all the other letters in the alphabet. Now let's get started. Take a look at these sentences. I was talking on the phone and we were cooking dinner. Both these sentences are in the past continuous tense. How to form a past continuous? We use the past tense of the verb to be, so either was or were, the base form of the verb and ing. I was working late. You were talking too fast. He was watching television. She was walking to school. It was raining. And for the plural forms, we do the same. We were singing a song. You were doing your homework. They were looking for a hotel. Now we need to pay extra attention to verbs that end in an E, such as take, make and close. These verbs drop their E. For example, I was taking the bus to school, he was making dinner, and they were closing the window. Please note that these verbs no longer have their E. We also need to pay attention to verbs that have one syllable, end in a consonant and are preceded by a vowel, because they double this final consonant. These verbs are verbs such as sit, get, and run. Take a look at the examples. I was sitting outside. You were running fast. It was getting late. We were letting ourselves go. They were swimming in the river. Let's have a look at the past continuous in questions. Again, we use the past simple form of the verb to be, was or were, the base form of the verb and ing. Was I getting close? Were you running late? Was he taking a bus? Was she playing tennis? Was it snowing? And for the plural forms, we do the same. Were we going in the right direction? Were you arriving by ferry? Were they eating their lunch? Now let's have a look at the past continuous in negations. Again, we use the past simple form of the verb to be, so either was or were, but we add not to it, contracting it into wasn't or weren't, the base form of the verb and ing. For example, I wasn't waiting for you. You weren't looking for me. He wasn't sleeping late. She wasn't talking on the phone, and it wasn't freezing. For the plural forms, we weren't putting up a tent. You weren't speaking at the same time, and they weren't cutting paper. Now let's have a look at when to use a past continuous. First, we use the past continuous for a temporary activity in the past. It started in the past and it was finished in the past. I was watching television at that moment. It was raining last night. They were swimming in the river yesterday. We want to emphasize that it was lasting for some time. We also use the past continuous for a temporary activity in the past, interrupted by a short action. This short action is usually expressed by the past simple. I was watching television when he called. It was raining when the car broke down. They were swimming when they saw a crocodile. We also use a past continuous for something that was planned before a certain time in the future. For example, I was flying to Dubai, but his meeting was cancelled. Weren't you meeting her at the airport yesterday? They were going to that concert, but her car broke down. I thank you for your attention. For regular updates, please subscribe to youtube.com/EnglishGrammarSpot or go to www.englishgrammarspot.com.